Well, we've been talking about it all afternoon. The Seattle Supersonics could, emphasize could, be moving to Oklahoma City. A group of Oklahoma City investors has reportedly bought the team. Our partners at the Oklahoma, of course, are following this story. Barry Trammell joins us now with more on this deal. Barry, thanks for being with us.
No problem, Alex.
Barry, what's the latest that you're hearing on this?
Well, I mean, here in about 40 minutes, I think, in Seattle, they're going to announce that the Oklahoma City Investor Group has purchased the Sonics and has agreed to negotiate in good faith to keep the team in Seattle if the city or state is willing to put up a new arena. But they haven't been able to get that done in the last couple of years with Howard Schultz, the Sonics owner, who's one of the leading civic people in Seattle, Mr. Starbucks. So I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Seattle to come up with a wherewithal to build a new arena.
Do you think that the people of Seattle might say, well, we now have a new ownership group and they might be more receptive to doing something to try and keep them to stay?
I think it might be fear more than anything. Howard Schultz, president of Starbucks, wasn't thought to be a guy that would take the Sonics out of town. But a group of Oklahoma City people, I think they wouldn't think twice about moving a team to Oklahoma City. So it's possible that fear could motivate the government entities in Seattle.
Now, this also includes the purchase of the WNBA's Seattle Storm. Could you see them also coming to Oklahoma City if the Sonics were to come here?
Well, they will come. They won't stay in Seattle. If the Sonics, wherever the Sonics go, the Storm will go with them. So I think the WNBA in Oklahoma City is a distinct responsibility.
And this doesn't really impact the Hornets, or does it?
Well, I think it does impact the Hornets.
How so?
Well, I think this will do one of two things to George Shinn, who is he's in a position where he's going to have to decide, or it's going to be decided for him fairly soon, what's going to happen to his franchise. If he's going back to New Orleans, then I think the effort to do that is going to be ratcheted up. But if he wants to stay in Oklahoma City, he's going to have to dig in his heels. And I think the fight to stay here would be a little bit stronger, because now I'm not sure that all of Oklahoma City would be all that completely on his side, because there's a lot of people that would prefer local ownership.
And the group that had indicated they were willing to be part of his ownership group is now going to be owning a different team.
Yeah, his investors in Oklahoma City, his potential investors, have dried up to a certain extent. So George, if he did go with Oklahoma City investors, would have to find new blood there, new money. So it's, I think it's probably sent shockwaves through the Hornets organization today.
All right, Barry Trammell, I guess we'll learn more about this in about 35 minutes or so. Thanks so much for being with us. For more on this story, be sure to pick up a copy of tomorrow's Oklahoman.
Well, you know what? We found a place here in the metro that is the cat's meow.